everyone, and welcome to Faith and Yoga from St. Bartholomew's. I'm Dixie, and I'm here with my husband Fred, Jerry, Aaron, Pat, and Judy to bring to you our first recorded session of the year. I'm going to have Fred come up and give us a kickstart doing the clock to start this new year off in style. So come on up, Fred.
We're going to start off with our hands on our hips. We'll start off at the 12 o'clock position. So we'll do a little bit of a lunge. Then to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And the other foot, switch up, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and midnight.
Thank you, Fred. And here we are. Now you're probably thinking, why is Dixie wearing sunglasses on the inside? I know. Well, there's a reason for that. We're focusing on our eyes today. And when we had our studio class with all our yoga students, I gave them a 5-question quiz. And one of them was about sunglasses. And the question was, you don't need to, it's a true or false question. You don't need to wear sunglasses in the winter, only in the summer. So do you think that's true or false?
False.
False. It is false because the sun's UV rays are just as strong in the winter time as they are in the summertime, and they reflect off the snow as well. So that's one reason. And I personally, this summer, I started wearing my glasses every time I stepped outside. And now my eyes are so used to being shaded that I really miss them when I'm outside. I'm very sensitive to the sun now. But it's also protecting your eyes. So just another quick question here. The old one about the carrots. Can carrots help you see better? True or false? True. My class is saying true because they took the test yesterday, and it is true. It's not just an old school saying to get kids to eat their carrots. Carrots are, in fact, super supporters of good eye health. They are packed with beta-carotene, an antioxidant that gives them their pigment and contributes to the health and function of several eye components. To really eat for your eyes, also consume foods high in lutein and zeaxanthin, which are dark leafy greens like kale and spinach. They're loaded with them, and plant compounds that are necessary for overall vision and disease prevention. And then I'm going to ask you one more question. In what part of the eye does your sight begin? Is it the retina, the optic nerve, the cornea, or the pupil? I think my students know the answer to this. Yell it out.
Cornea.
Cornea, yes. When I took this test, I initially got this one wrong. So I'm going to share this answer with you, and it's just a little brief one. Vision all starts at the cornea. Light bounces off an object and enters the cornea, a transparent tissue on the surface of the eye. The cornea then bends the light to make the image of whatever is in front of us clearer. The other parts of the orb get in on the action to help us see in situations with different levels of light, that is the pupil. Focus on near and far, that is the lens. Identify colors, that is the retina. And recognize what we're looking at, that's the optic nerve, which shuttles signals to the brain. Talk about teamwork. So, we're going to focus on our eyes, and I'm going to teach you a technique called palming. So give me just a moment here to put my things aside. And palming is a way to take care of your eyes and give them a little bit of a break. So I'm going to ask you to lay down on your mat. It's a cold day outside while we're filming it. It's 23 degrees, so if anyone has warm hands, that's really a blessing right now. So we're going to take a minute and start rubbing our hands together. Rub, rub, rub our hands. And now rub them a little bit more. And a little bit more till they get very, very warm. And also depending on your situation. If you're in a nice warm house and just finished a nice warm beverage, maybe your hands are warm. But about 45 seconds, even I start to feel some warmth in my hands. So, and then you take your hands and you put your hands over the corresponding cheekbone. And now I want you to lift them up and put them over your eyes. And while you're on your mat, I want you to take a nice breath in and out. And another breath in and out. And I'm going to share with you, the technique says you should lay for 5 minutes on the floor and keep your eyes covered with your palms. But I'm going to play a song for you called Hazel Eyes. It's a Celtic song, and by the time that's over, continue with your breathing, relax into your mat. Your eyes should have a nice reset. So just a moment while I get that up.
Blue as the wings of a heron in the night, like the rising of the tides on the shores of wild sky. Green evergreen winds are whistling in the pines, like a castle crawling vine, like the grassy glen of mine. And rich as the mud after rain upon the ground, there were whiskey-hued brown braided river running wild. I fell astray, but in you I have found that I am never bound to your hazel eyes. Deep as the sea where the ocean meets the shore, where I've met them once before on the amber cliffs of Moher. Bright as the light setting far into the north, rising high beyond the moor and laying shadows on the floor. Long is the day when the moon obscures the sun, 'tis the darkness they become till the dawn upon the fjord. I fell astray, but I am born in blood, and I am bound by love to your hazel eyes. I fell astray, but in you I have found that I am never bound to your hazel eyes.
Okay, take another deep breath in. Let it exhale as you relax into your mat and enjoy this time here. You can take your hands away from your eyes, and if you've had them closed, you can open them up now. And we're going to start here with a gentle moving of our hips from side to side, moving them to the right side of the mat and teeing our arms out, turning our head in the opposite direction of our knees. And once again, taking a deep breath in here. And letting it exhale. For the most part, we'll be doing 4 breaths for our movements today. So let yourself ease in on this stretch. When you have 4 breaths, bring your knees back to center and turn your head so it's straight again. And now we're going to send those legs up the wall. Option to hold behind your thighs. And we're just going to hold them here for 4 breaths again. Now we're going to start moving our ankles a little bit. So do some ankle circles. You choose the direction you want to start to go in, but be sure that you do both directions. And now if you have your circles in, we're going to do some point and flex with our toes. So flex them and point, flex and point, flex them and point them. And now just let your whole legs, let them, with your legs, do a circle, kind of like a stirring motion in one direction. And then the other. And now pull your knees into your chest and give them a hug. And let them fall over to the opposite side, teeing out your arms and turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees. Taking in some nice deep breaths here. Now coming back to the mat, getting yourself realigned here if you've gotten yourself moved away. Let your legs fall out to the side and let the soles of your feet come together for a reclined butterfly. Let gravity help your legs fall down, and an option to put some gentle pressure on your legs to open them up and get a deeper stretch. Now we're going to open and close these legs in the reclined butterfly. Let's do that for 4 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then realign your soles of your feet together again. And just let them have a little stretch. Maybe you can feel the pressure of your soles of your feet meeting and give a little pressure on that, a little extra. And 2 more breaths here, breathing in deep through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Nice and deep. And now bringing yourself up to a seated position, to the staff pose. Checking in with your posture. Realigning yourself. And take a moment to softly close your eyes. And now Now open them again and let your eyes look above you. And now focus in front of you. Let your gaze look down. Over to the right. Now to the left. And back straight ahead. Okay, let's take a breath in. Hands are beside us on the mat, down by our knees. Take a breath in, arms go up. Stretching up high. Stretch the right side a little bit more. Stretch the left side. Let your fingers come together. Fingertips touch. Do a lean to your left. Return to center. Do a lean to your right. Returning to center. Interlace your fingers. Turn so your palms are facing up and push up here. And now do a twist with your torso to the right. And then twisting yourself to the left. Coming back to center. And then push up again. And with your eyes, look up. Release your fingers so they're nice and pointed up. And now hinge at the waist. Feet are flexed. And bend toward your toes. Wherever you land here. Holding on and giving yourself a stretch here from side to side. Two more breaths here, breathing in deep. Bend the knees if you need to. Then you can release your toes and let your hands come back up. And let yourself switch around so you are on your knees and getting ready for tabletop position. And in tabletop position here, you all want to spread your hands out wide so they're like a starfish. You want to check in with yourself and make sure that you have some good alignment here with the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists. And also that your hips and your knees are in line. And then look back. And do you see toes? If you do, do a little bit more realignment. And let yourself move from side to side here. Wag your dog in this position. And then your next inhalation, take a breath. And let your belly drop as your gaze looks up. Really concentrate on trying to look up with your eyes. As you exhale, draw your belly button into your spine as you arch up, and your gaze can either look out in front of you or down. We're going to do a total of 4 of them, and once again, remember to connect your breath. So at your next inhale, let your belly drop. Your gaze looks up. When you're ready for your exhale, pull that belly button into your spine and really arch it up. Next breath in, belly drops. And exhaling cat. And last one, connect it really good. A deep breath in as your belly drops. And same with cat, a big exhale as you push up to the cat arched back. And then let yourself come back to a neutral spine and let yourself also come up into the kneeling position. And we're going to put our arms out in front of us. Stretch them out, hands are parallel. If you need to put something underneath your knees, please do. You can sit down farther if you want to, but this is what's comfortable for me. You should feel some muscle use in the front of your thighs, the top of your thighs. And open up and bring your arms out and around back, if possible. If not, do what you can. And then hands come together and pull down. Your chest comes forward. This is a chest opener. As you pull your shoulders down, I heard popping in mine, but that's okay. It didn't hurt. It's just the noise of the fluid in the joints. Holding here, taking a breath in and out. Another breath in and out. And then releasing that, coming back, bring your hands around, hands come together. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in and out. And another breath in and out. This time, send your hands up. Stretch them up high. And you can open them out and bring the hands once again back, down, and around. And the goal is to hold the hands, pull down, and open up your heart. Gaze looks up. Two more breaths here. And then release and come back to the tabletop position here. We're going to do some thread the needles, but we're not going to do it all the way where we put our face on the mat. We're just going to kind of do the torso turn of it with the reaching through. So when you're in position of tabletop and you've checked in with yourself for your positioning again, take a breath in as you lift your arm up and then send it through the space with a turn and looking up. And then unthread, come back up again, come back down through, and back up, and two more times. Thread through, let your gaze look up as you twist, bring it back, and okay, let yourself have some movement here, and we're going to do the other side. Take a breath in, arm comes up, and then thread it through the space. Gaze looks up, return, arm goes up, stretch wide, bring it through, and back, and through, and back, last time, and send it through. And you can unwind it here. Once again, let your body have a stirring motion here, going around with a circle to the left. And then reversing and then going, circling to the right. And then coming to stillness, letting your toes of your feet come together, your legs open to have a space, and come down into a child's pose. Option to have your hands in prayer pose here. Taking a breath in and out. A breath in and out. Another breath in and out. Okay. Hands come out and our belly comes down on the mat as we prepare to do our cobra. So give yourself room. Hands are alongside. Your spine is aligned. Bring your hands so they're back underneath where your armpits are. Take your nose and move an imaginary snowball out of the way as you use your back muscles to lift up. Gaze is straight ahead. Holding and breathing, and then let it go down. Staying in this position, finding another snowball to move with your nose and lifting up. This time looking to your right, turning your head to look back to center and looking to your left. Back to center. Exhale and down. Make a little pillow for your hands. With your hands and lay your cheek on there for just a moment. Take a breath in and out. In and out. And now switch hands. Put the bottom one on top. Turn your head so your other cheek is on your hand. Take a breath in. And let it out. Another breath in. And let it out. Okay. From here, we're going to push up. And we're going to come back to a tabletop position. And we're going to tuck our toes. And when you're ready, lift up for down dog. In down dog here, we're going to come forward and back. Work it forward and back. And 2 more times. Okay, and now we're also going to use our feet here in downward dog to go up on our toes and back down. Up and back down. And 2 more times. And now walking forward, coming into a forward fold, letting your head hang heavy, shaking your head no, shaking your head yes, letting your arms be loose, doing some arm circles here, opening wide, and now reversing your circles the other way. And when you feel ready, coming up to a half forward fold where your hands are on the front of your shins, the back is straight, and your gaze is looking out ahead of you. Take a breath in, let it out. Another breath in. This time let yourself soften your knees and go back to your forward fold. And ever so slowly let yourself come up to a standing position. And here we are. Good job. Loosen up a little bit. Shake your arms if they need it. And we are going to do some spins here just to warm up. Some gentle spins. And you know how it goes. You can go fast. You can go slow. Do what feels good for you. Also, just a sideline here. Don't forget to drink water even though it's cold outside. Lots and lots of people don't drink enough water, especially in the winter season. So please stay well hydrated. So just a few more swings here. And then find yourself coming to a point where you have stillness. We're going to work on some stability today and also some more hip openers as well. So before we move on to tree, I'm going to step off my mat and I'm going to give Erin just a chance to see if that has made a difference. Does she need to make an adjustment? Okay. And then put your hands out in front of you and stand so that your feet are about about hip distance apart. And we are just simply going to lift our hand, we're going to lift our knee up, holding our hands where they are, and just check in with our balance and stability. Do what you can. If you need to hold on to a wall, please do. And then down, and now the other side. Down, another side. If you can count in your head to about 10, 20 would be awesome, but if you can count to 10, holding this, it's a good way to work on this. And back down. And again. Just doing this a few minutes every day. You can fit it in between when a commercial comes on, in between maybe cooking, doing dishes, whatever. Just try and fit it in. Stability and balance are extra important in the wintertime when the outside factors work against us with ice and snow and maybe shoes that we're not used to wearing when we have to wear our boots and we're not used to them. So please, practice your stability. All right, you can let it go. Once again, a little more of a spin. And start picking a focal point for your tree pose. So find your focal point, thinking of your eye, that cornea zeroing in, all the other parts of the eye are helping. So standing tall, getting strong into that right foot, hands are on your waist, coming up on the toe of your left, turning it out, finding your favorite spot, just so it's not on your knee for your foot. And when you're ready, hands come to heart center. And when you're ready, be your best tree. Arms are up, being strong, well grounded, and not forgetting to breathe. And when you're ready, let yourself go. All right, give it a little shake. And let's do it again on the other side. Grounding in, using that cornea, find your focal point, hands on hips, coming up on your toe, turning it out, place your foot, hands on heart center, and let your tree go. Great. Great, great, great. I have a solid focal point today, which is fine. There's a beautiful wreath here with doves on it, so that helps me a lot today. And then let yourself go. Good job. Give it a shake. Along with